Hello, beautiful family. Welcome into my channel, Miss Reemi Healings. My name is Reem. Welcome into your Mandala reading. This is going to be for all signs. We're going to flow with Spirit. Spirit is going to pick a page. We're going to read the mandala, channel the energy, get into some tarot, some oracles, and just see where Spirit takes us today and what messages need to come through for us. Yes, my hair is red. My hair is red. You know what? Change is good. Change feels really, really good. I've always wanted to do red hair ever since I was a young girl. I've been fascinated with the color red. Red is my favorite color. And I just, you know what, I never felt confident enough to rock it. So in my 20s, I never did it. I never felt confident in my 20s. And I don't know, now, yesterday I woke up, and I think yesterday was the first day of Pisces season, and I said, okay, you know what, I gotta do it. I just gotta do it. I really want to do it. So here I am with red hair. So anyways, I like it. All right, so let's get in it. Let's see what Spirit has for us. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, ancestors known and unknown. Thank you to my great grandmother Nyla for your presence, for your grace, for your healing energy and your presence. What message do you have for us? What mandala do you have for us? Oh, that's 3. Let's just do 1. Oh, there we go. What do we have? We have 116. 116. Okay, let's see. This is in the category Inner Strength, a samurai sword. Oh, wow. Wow, that is beautiful. This is so interesting because if you guys read my post on the community page, I talked about a dream that I had. And in the dream, it's a very collective dream. I'm going to talk about my dream first because I feel like I should. But in the dream, again, this feels really collective, but I know I'm part of the collective. But I was in a house, and it was a beautiful house. It was very old, Victorian-like, and then all of a sudden it turned into this old, decaying home. I felt very uncomfortable. I ran out of the house as quickly as possible. When I went out of the house, I noticed everything was dead. The trees were dead. There was mud everywhere. I couldn't walk. I had a hard time walking. And there was this shadow figure, very unpleasant energy. And I was fighting it off. I was fighting this energy. I felt like I couldn't defeat it myself. So I called in Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael came down so quickly, took the shadow, I don't know, transmuted it, I don't know what happened, but the shadow and Archangel Michael just disappeared into the sky. Next thing I know, there were 2 swords that Archangel Michael gave to me. 2 swords. And one sword was really heavy. One sword was so large. The other sword shrunk down into size. And it was this beautiful little sword. And I put it in my pocket. And the other sword, I was kind of like lugging it around. It was so heavy. And then there were these 2 people, these 2 men, who saw me as I was walking through this heavy mud. I was actually coming up on a hill. As soon as I came up on top of the hill, I saw them. And they were chasing me, and they said, give me money. I remember taking out the wallet, looking at my wallet. I had no money. And so I threw the sword, the heavy one, at them. And they took it and they said, oh, this is probably worth millions, and then they ran off. And then I found myself on a bus with TV screens everywhere, and on the TV there was the same sword, the same heavy sword that I gave to these two men, and it was lodged in a rock. And I don't know how it actually got in the rock, but I just remember it was the same sword that I threw at the men. And they, all over the TV news, the media, the people were just in shock over this phenomenon. They were trying to figure out what happened, what is going on with what they're seeing. How did this occur? And I wanted to stand up and say something because I witnessed the whole scenario between the shadow figure and Archangel Michael giving me the swords, and the sword that I gave to them versus the sword that I kept in my pocket. And but I felt like I didn't need to say anything. I don't know. I felt like I didn't need to say anything, although like I knew the truth. I felt like I didn't need to say. Anyways, so I read a lot of your comments because I wanted to see what you guys were feeling in this energy, and I wanted to kind of understand if you guys had a different interpretation of it, because I know what it means, not only to myself, being part of the collective, but I know what it means being part of, on a bigger picture, the bigger scale, collectively. This is about what we perceive and our inner faith. The little sword in the pocket represents our inner faith, represents our truth versus the truth that we see in the media, the materialism that we are so programmed to desire for, like money and riches. I feel like that's changing. Anyways, let's read and let's see what's going on, because I feel like it's very tied into my dream. So the sword is a symbol of authority and decisiveness. This mandala shows a sword guard surrounded by 4 swords and their scabbards, excuse me. Meditate on it when preparing for life change or a bold decision. It's interesting. Look at the center circle, and within that, the decorative cross, an image of creation with spiritual perfection. Now look at the swords and scabbards. They indicate the decision itself. Use them, if you wish, to check that your resolve is firm. To do this, think of the 4 pairs of swords and scabbards as a progressive scale ranging through possibly, probably, certainly, and then inevitably. Can you move through this scale without hesitation? So can you make a life-changing decision for yourself without hesitation, moving through that scale of decision-making, that process of decision-making? Possibly, probably, certainly, and then inevitably. Lastly, make your decision to act in the way that you believe is right. Focus your will on moving through the center of the mandala. The flowing embellishments around the center suggest right action in accordance with natural law. Confusions and dangers are nothing but the mind. This has everything to do with that dream. I read a comment that someone said that I made the right decision of giving the 2 men who were after me the big sword. The shadow figure, listen to this, the shadow figure, because in my dream it felt like a demon. It felt like an evil demon, this shadow figure. Confusions and dangers are nothing but the mind. That feels like that shadow figure. That feels like the media creating this confusion, creating danger, 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 I don't know why I feel like that. And it's not really danger. The confusion that they are perpetuating onto us are nothing but the mind. So we can overcome it. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What do you perceive of that? Anyways, there are major life changes and bold decisions that either you have recently made or that you are needing to make Okay, maybe for some of you, you recently made a bold decision and your life is going to change. Okay, so take it however it resonates. But this also feels really collective and on a bigger scale. This quote here, confusions and dangers are nothing but the mind. A lot of us are going to come into that awareness. A lot of us are going to be seeing truths. Remember, swords, air energy. I just made that connection now, right? Air energy. We're in the age of Aquarius, where a lot of truths are going to be revealed. A lot of truths are going to be spoken or known. And it's all about doing the right thing, what is morally right in accordance with natural law. Interesting. Okay. Oh, excuse me, candle. Okay. Okay. Let's get into, you know what? I need to talk to some goddesses here. I was going to talk to Sufi, but maybe not. This is I blended the goddess oracles with the animal spirit. They felt like they were a nice combination. The energies went really well together. So let's see. What message do you have for us here? What more can you tell us, please? Goddesses, animal spirit, spirit of the Most High. They said slice it down, like how these swords are slicing. Russell at Wrestling Around talks about this, how the air energy is like this slicing energy. It's this cunning and slicing energy, which is really interesting because that's what samurai swords do. That's what swords do, right? They just said slice it. So I think I have to cut it and read. Which one do I have to read though? They're saying slice it again. Wow. It's here. They said it's underneath. It's slicing energy. So there's like layers that we're slicing through. Okay. So here, clear out the clutter, 28, frog spirit. See the big picture, 29, giraffe spirit. Overcome any obstacle, rhino spirit. And it's interesting, I didn't think that I was like, how many times do I have to slice? 4 times. There's 4 samurai swords. I didn't even think about that. White raven spirit, trust in the magic. Okay, these are our cards. These are our cards. If you're curious about what cards are here, take the lead. Underneath that was the butterfly spirit of transformation is beautiful. Fortune, Lakshmi, be loyal to what you love, dog spirit, and be here now. Okay, if some of you are curious which ones we cut first, but they said these are the ones underneath that we need to look at. I want to keep the butterfly out because this is a really big change that we're going to be experiencing. Okay. This frog spirit, frogs are bringers of rain. Frogs are frogs are cleansing spirits. Frogs are also spirits that are not only water energy, but they are earth energy. They're a very beautiful blend of water and earth. This frog is holding this, honestly, what looks to me, it looks like, it's like a water ball. What is, I wanted to say like a teardrop, but it's not a teardrop. It's like a water bubble. The frog is holding a water bubble. And within that water bubble is emotions. It's like this clearing energy. It almost reminds me of like the high priestess holding an orb, or what is that? Oh, I'm losing my train of thought here. This frog is so interesting with that water bubble. There's something within it, something magical. Trust the magic. Trust in the magic, excuse me. White ravens. Have you guys ever seen a white raven? I've never personally seen a white raven. I didn't even know white ravens existed in our animal kingdom. So that's really interesting. It's number 66. There's something about this white raven that's bringing... I want to say there's magic in this water bubble. I want to... I don't know why they're making me position them. They're making me position these ones up above, because this is about seeing something from a broader perspective, right? Seeing the bigger picture, right? See the big picture and trust in the magic. It feels like you see an opening, or like the collective sees an opening, sees a way through overcoming any obstacle. This rhino spirit is earth energy. It feels like it's just like running through and cutting through, just like swords. They're cutting through, they're slicing. There's something about slicing and cutting out energies that are just no longer necessary, right? Just like the frog, clearing out that clutter, cleansing. It feels like these two energies are guides, like their spirit, right, in the sky. Just like the giraffe. The giraffe can literally be in the sky with its beautiful long neck, right? It connects to air energy with how long the giraffe is. It can really be one with air, be one with the birds in the sky, right? But it feels like these are guides. And it's like they're guiding the earth energies, guiding us, rhino spirit and frog, kind of like navigating us of what we need to clear out. Because I feel like the giraffe is like in the sky, the rhino is on the earth. The giraffe is guiding the rhino spirit with its broader vision, with its bigger picture vision, and navigating the rhino of what to clear out, what to cleanse, what to cut out, what to slice out. Same thing with here. But this energy is more magical. This energy is more air energy. This is more ether. This is more spiritual. This is happening in our reality. These are the changes and the shifts that we're going to physically see. These are the changes that we're going to feel. These are going to be our thoughts that are going to be cleansed, our emotions that are going to be cleansed. Our spirits, our minds, you know what's happening is that our minds are going to be opening wider, wider, and wider, and our spirit is going to come through. The mind is the door for the spirit. It feels like your spirit is emerging more, and more. It's like your mind is that portal for your spirit to come out. Trust in this magic. All right, let's get in. Let's get in it. Let's get into some tarot. This is another blended tarot. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot with the Animal Spirit. Oh. Father of Swords, more air energy. This is the King of Swords. See the owl? The owls are clear. The owls are extremely mystical. Look at all the swords that we're getting. Samurai swords, King of Swords, my dream about Archangel Michael giving me 2 swords. And look at the sword that's illuminated. That's what I'm really focused on. See Spirit in the back? That's what I'm focused on. Spirit is in the background, right? You can't see Spirit, but you can feel Spirit. Well, some of us can see Spirit for some of us that have that magical ability. But these are changes that we feel innately within ourselves. Spirit is in the background. And there's something about this illuminated sword guiding us to clarity, guiding us to truth, guiding us to understanding, enlightenment, illumination. I just heard guiding us to be prepared, to get ready. Swans, the sun, solar energy, masculine energy. This is always a portal to me. The way that it looks, it just looks like a portal to me. The devil. So interesting. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh, the 10 of Wands fell this way, right on Rhino Spirit, overcoming obstacles, 10 of Wands. Starfish, regeneration. So amazing. It's right underneath the sun. Looks so similar energy. Look at that. Look at the energy. It's so similar. Two of Swords. I'm laughing because there's a reason why I had that dream. I know it's collective. There's a reason why Archangel Michael gave me 2 swords in the dream. And look, there's one true sword. This is also a representation of your faith. It's like, what is it that you believe in? What is it that what do you have faith in? Stay on that path. Even if you believe in something that no one else does, If you have a belief or a faith in something where a lot of people are against, the divine is saying, continue to believe in the things that you believe in, not what anyone else says that you should believe in. I feel like that's the clarity that we're receiving within ourselves, collectively, as well. 9 of Cups, the deer at the bottom, the elk, and the mouse. Oh, they're saying not relevant. Okay. You know what? Someone said to me, why do you sometimes look at the bottom and take it, and sometimes you look at the bottom and not take it? It's what I'm guided to do. Spirit says, yes, take it. I take it. Spirit says, no, I don't take it. It's just what I'm guided to do. We all flow with spirit, all right? So, believe. What do you believe? It's all about your thoughts, your belief system. See here, again, it's like more cutting energy. Your thoughts, this is like your brain, your cerebral cortex, all of like the nerves, right? It's like you're taking an adventure through your mind right now. These are all of the connections in the brain, right? Ding, 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 ding. They're all connecting. They're all syncing with one another. And the thoughts that you no longer need, you're cutting through them. You're cutting them. You're cutting that connection because they're dead connections. Right? If you look, they're giving me this image where I'm looking at those connections in the brain that are ignited, that are connected, that are synced. Those are the new belief systems or the new thoughts, the new programming, okay, that we're making for our awareness, the way that we're growing, the way that we're evolving to, growing to. And then they're also showing me these like dead connections where they're not illuminated, they're not ignited. They don't necessarily connect. And those are the ones that you're cutting out. Does that make sense? Those are like the old thoughts, the old ways of thinking, the old belief system, the old constructs that don't fit the new programming, that don't fit the new constructs. You're cutting it out. This is also, remember how I said like the mind is opening wider and wider and wider? You're using this sword that's illuminated, your faith, your belief, and you're cutting out those connections from the past or the connections that you used to connect to that just don't connect with you anymore, or that don't connect with, the bigger picture anymore, that can't take you there, that can't allow you to see the bigger picture. And you're cutting them out so that your spirit can come through. This is the way that your spirit is going to come out from the sun. Imagine this is your spirit. Unless this is cleared, right? Clearing out the clutter. Unless this is cleared, those old connections, those old beliefs, those old ways of thinking, your spirit can't shine. Your spirit can't come out, can't come through. I hope that makes sense. That's the way that they're putting it to me. There's something being done with the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is this powerful seeing energy. This is like the visionaries. This is like all of your dreams. This is where all of your beliefs lie. These are all of the faith. This is where your wishes are. 9 of Cups. It's right here. It's right here. And it's like you see it. You're getting clear on it. They're saying be clear with what you want. Be clear on your wishes. Uncertainty will shift into certainty. This is about being decisive. Wow, they brought me back to the mandala. Being decisive on what you want. Making life decisions, 2 of Swords. Making life decisions, right? They said the process of decision making goes from, this is the energy of the 2 of Swords, possibly and probably. 2 of Swords is the energy of uncertainty. Maybe, I don't know. Possibly, probably. The energy of the King of Swords is certainly and inevitably. Inevitably. Wishes, inevitably. Change, inevitably. Overcoming obstacles. This is inevitable energy. 3 of Wands and the 9 of Cups. Can you move through this without hesitation? Can you clear out those negative thoughts and negative thinking and old belief systems without hesitation? Can you stand there in your true authentic self, believing in what you believe in without hesitation? When other people don't believe in what you believe in, can you still believe in what you believe in without hesitation? That's what they're saying. Preparing for a life change. Some of you see your life change. 3 of Wands. Some of you see it. You're powerful seers. You are gifted intuitives. Some of you, your gifts were restricted. Devil energy. You can overcome anything, right? Confusions and dangers are nothing but the mind. That's what that mandala said. Confusions and dangers are nothing but the mind. Do you see that? Confusions and dangers are nothing but the mind. This 2 of Swords and the 3 of Wands. They're saying be clear on what you see. This goes back to perception, right? People are going to believe whatever it is that they choose to believe, whatever it is that they perceive it to be, right? You can't change anyone else's perception. It's something that I've learned. You can't change anyone else's perception. Their perception is their perception, depending on their constructs, depending on their mind, depending on the connections that their brain has made. Can't change that for them. They can only do that for them. So they're saying be clear on what you see. Some of you, you think you can't see clearly when in fact you can. Yes, you can. You can see clearly. You have the ability to see clearly. Actually, we all do. Every human being has the ability to see clearly because that's their spirit. It's like the spirit and the soul always knows first. We, our muggle selves, are the last to know because of the conditions, because of the restrictions, because of the media, because of the pre-constructs that have been constructed for us since we've been born. That's why I'm saying it's like spirits in the background, right? Your spirit is behind your mind, waiting for your spirit to emerge. the sun. The sun is also this action energy, this actionable force. This is where a lot of you, your life is going to change based on your perception, based on what you decide to do, based on what you believe in. Your life is going to change. It's so interesting that we have this regenerative, starfish with the sun, all about renewal and rejuvenation as well, regeneration. There's a concept here of restoration. Earth restoration, our molecules being restored. I just feel like we're reconnecting within our body. Our body is doing something. Our body, our brain, like we're making newer connections in our cerebral mind. I don't know. And it's changing something here. It's changing within your molecules. It's also changing physically within the earth. It's changing within the spirit. Your spirit is emerging. Your life is changing. But this isn't like, these aren't just changes within the ether. These are changes in your life, right? These are changes in your life. You're going to see it. Right? It's based on your perception. I haven't even touched the swan. Because I'm thinking here, where does the swan fit in? Where does the swan fit in here? Because I peek at it from time to time and I'm going, where do you fit in? I feel like I need to read the swan. I don't know why. Let's just do it. Effortless creativity, sensitive mystic, and elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm. To the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. This potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention. An inner voice is waiting to be heard. An inner vision is likely to be revealed. I'm telling you, it's your dreams, it's your wishes that the swan is taking you to. Remember how I said like spirit's in the back? It's like your spirit and your soul is first to know. It's we block that inner voice out. We block the truth out based on our perception. The swan is ready to take us there. Your spirit is ready to take you there. It's a matter of allowing your spirit to take you there. An inner vision is likely to be revealed. Life change. Be clear on your visions. Be clear on your wishes and your dreams. Be clear. They are going to be revealed. Likely. So you're going to see it. A vision of yours, you're going to see it. Be clear on it. Okay, do we want to what do we want to do to close out this reading? Do we want to go to let's use I think this is the Wisdom Oracle deck. Okay. Last messages, Spirit, please. Thank you. Last messages. Last messages, please, Spirit. Oh. Regeneration. 46, which is also number 10, completion, 1010, completion and renewal. Regeneration. This is so interesting. This goes back to my dream. Because when I went out of the house, I saw nothing but dead trees. Now the divine is saying there's regeneration. Renewal, regeneration is promised. We are all going through collectively this entire world and everything within that coexists in it. Even the spiritual ecosystem, they're saying to me. Even the spiritual ecosystem, the ethers, everything is going through a process of regeneration. That's why I wanted to wear my butterfly spirit. That's why I dyed my hair red. I have to get this card out because transformation is beautiful, change is beautiful. These are big changes. Big changes. Big changes. Keep your vision. Hold it. Hold on to what you believe. Hold on to that, please. Even when no one else believes in what you do. Okay. It's amazing. Amazing. Beautiful. All right, my loves. This is your mandala reading. I love you guys so very much. Until next time, all my love.